Hey, what's going on everyone? It's Frankie here from Level 1 News. And today we're checking out the Plaud Note Pin. This little guy is a wearable AI recorder that looks simple and subtle, but it's basically a pocket-sized assistant. I personally have been using it and it's been helping me to stay organized. But before I begin, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification button for all of our upcoming Level 1 content. I've used this device for client sessions, for Zoom calls. I used it in business meetings, even while catching up on some podcasts. And the more I push it, the more I see that there's so many different useful ways to go beyond what your typical AI device does. So what is this specifically? The Note Pin is a very tiny wearable voice recorder with some serious AI muscle. All you gotta do is clip it onto your shirt, wear it like a badge, or hang it from your neck with a necklace. It weighs almost nothing and packs 64 gigabytes of storage and runs for 20 hours straight. On its own, it just records. But once it syncs with the Plaud app, you can get transcripts, you can get summaries, you can get speaker breakdowns, and over 100 language options. Now there's so many ways to use this, but one of the best things that you can do, you could use it in Zoom and team calls, just like in in-person meetings. I personally just put it down during my Zoom meeting and later on had everything turned into a transcript and summary that was ready to share. So here's the catch. If you're really trying to nail a lot of context, you need one person to speak at a time. When you have multiple people talking over each other, the AI tends to struggle, and it can't always lock on to who's saying what. If you're in a meeting where everyone's polite and everyone likes to take turns, the notes will come out perfect. If you're in a chaotic environment and everyone's brainstorming and people are interrupting, the transcript will absolutely reflect all of that chaos. It's still usable, but it's just not as sharp. Now, in a real world settings, this is how I personally use it. During my client intakes, instead of scribbling down the notes, I let the Note Pin record the entire conversation with the client's approval. Later on, I pull that and turn it into SOAP notes and treatment documents without missing any detail. From a business perspective, I wear it during my staff meetings, my investor calls, and by the time the meeting is over, I've got everything that I need from the transcripts to the summaries, as I mentioned before, recapping all of the key points. And let's say you're someone who doesn't have enough time and you have a popular podcast that you want to listen to or a seminar and you want to get back and check the summary. Instead of the 2-3 hours or even more listening to it, you can just have the AI recorder just listen to it and it'll highlight everything that's important in minutes. Now for gamers, let's say you want to bring this into the gaming atmosphere, right? So you're at practice, you're having a session with your squad and you're playing a game like, let's say, Street Fighter, Tekken, or even the upcoming Marvel Tokon. You can record all of your callouts during the match and the breakdowns that you've done. So later on, you'll have an actual transcript of everything that you said in regards to strategies and your overall review. And what about those who are traveling for tournaments? We went to EVO this year and we were able to use it to record our impressions, take match notes, and even do our interviews with some of the players and developers. This allowed us to get a nice AI summary of all of our conversations. And there's plenty of other scenarios. The flexibility extends almost everywhere. And we can keep it simple. It could be used personally, journaling, achieving family stories, or even trip planning. I really like this device and it's very strong overall. In quiet spaces, almost word for word is accurate. But the larger group settings, as I mentioned before, it can get pretty messy when people start to overlap. But the summaries are still helpful. Some of the strengths is it being lightweight, discreet, time-saving, and works in so many different scenarios, can be in person or remote. But the weakness is the battery isn't infinite, right? Bluetooth can drop sometimes, and there's a pro mode and a free mode as a member. And let me explain that a little bit more. So in regards to the membership, you can have the free access, which is a very, very limited amount of transcripts. The pro plan is really where the strengths are. It gives you 1,200 minutes per month of transcription. Over 3,000 templates. You could even ask the AI feature to pull specifics from the transcripts. And the industry glossaries are for medical, legal, and business vocabulary. And it has unlimited cloud storage, which is really good. The free users might be able to scrape by on the free tier, but for professionals or heavy users, the Pro or Unlimited turns it into a nice gadget. My final word on this, the Plaud Note Pin is way more than just a recorder. It's your new business tool. It's your medical note taker. It's your gamer strategy log. And even from content perspective, it's your brainstorming buddy. It's not flawless like anything else in the world, but with the Pro plan, it's definitely one of the best ways I found to stay organized without losing focus. So that's my full review of the Plaud Note Pin. Drop a comment on how you would use this in your settings. It was awesome breaking this down. I look forward to what's next with this company. Frankie from Level 1, nice chatting with you. Peace.